COPWATCH, policing the police every single day.
Ten cops beat Native American to death on video, his death ruled a homicide, no one charged. Even though a man's death was ruled a homicide, not one of the 10 detention officers who were responsible for his death have been charged. By Jack Burns, July 22, 2018. Native American Jordan Stevens, a member of the Kakota Indian tribe, died on February 15, 2017, while in the custody of the Yuma County Sheriff's Office, YCSO, Adult Detention Center. Even though his death was ruled a homicide, not a single corrections officer has been charged with his murder. The Yuma County Sheriff's Office conducted an internal investigation, but the details of their findings have not yet been made public. Now, Stevens' family, after more than a year of not getting any answers and having only the sheriff's office to blame, is planning on filing a lawsuit against the department for the death of their loved one. Stevens was arrested for disorderly conduct and was taken to jail, but as he was leaving, a dispute between the 29-year-old and officers led to an escalation of force involving at least 10 YCSO officers. In newly released video footage of the attack, which lasted over 10 minutes, a gaggle of officers can be seen appearing to kick and punch Stevens, who reportedly suffered a traumatic brain injury possibly leading to his death. According to the claim filed by Stevens' family, the young man suffered red marks associated with taser burns, as well as bruises, abrasions and blunt force trauma from a closed fist. Cornelius Candy Camarena is representing Winona Stevens, Jordan Stevens' mother, in a wrongful death lawsuit against YCSO. Camarena said that Jordan Stevens was being discharged and released from the jail when the incident occurred. In the process of him being released, he was assaulted by numerous Yuma County Sheriff detention officers. It is important to put the attack into perspective. Without regard to the fact that the attackers were wearing badges and uniforms, if a gang of 10 identifiable individuals had given a beat down to the Native American on the street, someone would have been arrested. But because the gang of individuals who beat Stevens to death were law enforcement officers, no one to date has been arrested for what the medical examiner determined was a homicide. Camarena says he is left with only one alternative: to sue the county and the sheriff's office. Our next step is to file a lawsuit. We'll be filing a lawsuit in federal district court, alleging a violation of Mr. Jordan Stevens' civil rights. Local reporters attempted to get the YCSO or the district attorney to respond, but neither would speak to the correspondent, citing the ongoing investigation. Predictably, police apologists were quick to blame the victim in comments made to the story that aired on Yuma's KYMA News 11. One man, Joe Whittle, pointed out the obvious. He wrote, "There was not a single moment where those cops did not have the upper hand and overwhelming physical force. They murdered him. I have a hard time understanding why you think disorderly conduct and resisting arrest is a death sentence-worthy crime. Wake up and get your life together if you think men scuffling/fighting means one of them should die. You need to get a clue about what real life is like." Unfortunately, as has been our experience at the Free Thought Project, just as in the high-profile NYC case of Eric Garner, not one police officer has been tried for the homicide of Jordan Stevens. In fact, as TFTP has reported, the only person to ever see the inside of a jail cell in Garner's homicide was the man who was filming the incident.
Sarah Encinas joins us live in the studio and has newly released, never-before-seen video of an altercation between officers and an inmate who died while in custody at the Yuma County Jail.
Yeah, that death has now been ruled a homicide. News 11's first brought you this story back in February of 2017, and now this morning you can see for yourself what transpired.
Yeah, News 11's Sarah Encinas joins us live in the studio and has more on the claim filed by the victim's mother. Sierra, good morning.
Good morning. This claim vividly describes the alleged excessive force used against 29-year-old Jordan Stevens, starting with his arrest by Yuma police and ending when he took his last breath in the Yuma County Adult Detention Center. We must warn you that this surveillance is from minutes before Stevens died, and it may be hard to watch. We edited and sped up some of the footage because the entire scuffle lasted more than 10 minutes.
A man from the COPWATCH Indian tribe was arrested for misdemeanor disorderly conduct, and 8 hours later he was dead. Now surveillance video from inside the Yuma County Adult Detention Center shows the minutes before 29-year-old Jordan Stevens died. The video shows at least 3 officers handling Stevens. An officer is seen pulling something from his waistband as the others take him to the ground. It appears that more than 10 detention officers then dash around the corner, surrounding and getting on top of Stevens. The wrongful death claim states they exerted excessive force for more than 5 minutes. Take a look as the scuffle continues. Unfortunately, there is no sound associated with the video for the next couple of seconds. News 11 has decided not to release the next part of the video, where Stevens appears to be unresponsive and is carried into a cell where on-site staff and paramedics try to revive Stevens, but are unsuccessful.
In the process of him being released, he was assaulted by numerous Yuma County Sheriff's detention officers, is what our claim states.
Cornelius Candy Camarena is representing Winona Stevens, Jordan Stevens' mother, in the wrongful death claim that was presented to the Yuma County Sheriff's Office, Yuma County Jail District, the City of Yuma, and Yuma County in April. That claim states that YCSO admits to not only tasing Stevens, but restraining and placing a spit mask over his nose and mouth. Stevens died inside the facility, and it was ruled a homicide by the medical examiner, but so far, no arrests have been made, and only the accused agency, Yuma County Sheriff's Office, has conducted an investigation.
Dr. Jennifer Chen of the Yuma County Forensic Science Center conducted an autopsy report, and she found numerous injuries sustained by Jordan. In our position, he didn't have these prior to going to the Yuma County Jail, and they happened during the assault as reflected on the videos.
The claim details injuries such as small red marks consistent with taser burns, bruises, abrasions, and blunt force trauma. It also mentions that Stevens had an enlarged heart due to high blood pressure and had a fatty liver, which could have been contributing factors to his death. News 11 reached out to YCSO to see if any of the detention officers involved were punished and to ask about the results of the internal investigation they conducted on themselves, but they declined to comment on the matter. The claim states the blunt force trauma found during his autopsy actually resulted after Yuma police officers struck him with a closed fist, causing brain damage following the arrest. I reached out to Yuma police, and they say they cannot comment at this time because it's an ongoing lawsuit. Camarena says he has not received anything in writing, but has verbally been told that their claim will be denied by William Kirkus, the deputy Yuma County attorney representing the parties on the claim.
I've reached out to William Kirkus a total of 3 times, even coming to his office behind me in the Yuma County Courthouse, and haven't heard back.
The next step is to file a lawsuit. We'll be filing a lawsuit in a federal district court and alleging a violation of Mr. Jordan Stevens' civil rights.
For News 11, I'm Sierra Encinas.
Now, News 11 also reached out to the Yuma County Board of Supervisors and YCSO for the full reports from the investigation YCSO conducted on themselves. Stay with us as we continue to stay on top of this story. Reporting live from the studio, I'm Sierra Encinas, News 11.
Breaking this morning in an exclusive News 11 report, newly released, never
Police use who may want to retaliate against him physically.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.